right, let's go to the NFC North. I'm coming at you, Emory. I'm coming. Cut Emory's mic. All right, here we go. NFC North. This is still you, Rick. You're going to give us your best pick. Let's start with the Chicago Bears, who had an interesting first round. We talked about that last night on With the First Pick podcast. They traded down, took Darnell Wright, had an opportunity to get Jalen Carter, ended up getting Jervon Dexter later. Curious, but maybe it works out for them. We'll find out. But in terms of what happened here on day 3, what's your best pick of this entire draft class?
Yeah, well, when you look at what they needed, they definitely needed a new right tackle. And Darnell Wright is probably the most physical out of all these offensive linemen that went early in the first round. He had a great game against Will Anderson, shut him out in pass protection. When he was on the left side, I had him as a Saturday pick. When you watched him in 21, moved over to the right side, and he ends up being a top 10 pick. I think he's going to be a day 1 starter when he comes in. I thought they may have looked at left tackle, but Braxton Jones, who they drafted last year in the 5th round, ended up being a pleasant surprise. But this kid's going to be a tone setter up front for them.
I talked to a team that thought that maybe Darnell Wright had an opportunity to play left tackle at the next level. And although he didn't do great in that position in 2021, he has gotten better and older. So we'll see what the Bears end up doing. Either way, it's a great pick, even if they had to trade down and pass on Jalen Carter. Emory, I'm going to come to you first because we're going to talk with Rick's hidden gem here, and Rick will get your thoughts in a second. This is one of my favorite players. I love this guy going back to the fall. We talked about him last night, in fact. Roschon Johnson, the running back out of Texas. Why do you like him?
So versatile, man. And here's the thing. I'm not an advocate for taking your best player off the field, but when you think about the fact that he came into Texas as a quarterback and now you're opening up your playbook inside the high red zone, low red zone, some wildcat situations, Roschon Johnson can do it all. He can run the ball, he can catch, he can block and pass pro, and does a great job as a kickoff and punt returner if he's asked to play special team, which he does well.
So, Rick, maybe it was too rich obviously for the Bears' blood and other teams, and maybe even for you, but I had him as a late 2nd rounder. I liked him that much. Is 4th round feel about right, or should he gone earlier?
No, I thought he was a Friday talent. So,
okay.
But I know you've been crowing about him ever since I met you back. Yeah.
But he's on your list.
He made the list.
That's right.
And I watched him, and when you think of monsters of the Midway, you think of this type player. November, December, when it's cold, rainy, snowy, give this monster the ball, and he's going to churn out yards for you. And he's the type of back that the more touches he gets, the better he's going to wear defenses down. So he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's going to help you on special teams. Like you said, they use him as a kickoff returner, and I think he's just a safe kickoff returner. But this kid's going to be a very good football player. Montgomery signed with the Detroit Lions, so they needed another back that can ground and pound, and this guy fits that bill.